Hey, it's Cherie Mathieson from Big Notes Get Votes. I'm here today to check in, specifically checking in with any medications that you might be taking. Assuming that you have your vocal health in check, I want you to review some of the things that you are adding in, like medications. I suffer from really bad hay fever, so I have to take a nasal spray and an antihistamine. The issue is it's very drying by design. I have to be sure that I'm keeping on top of my hydration. Things like asthma inhalers as well too can be unbelievably drying, and it's a simple fix, as simple as using a spacer when you use your inhaler so that the fine particles of the medicine aren't going directly onto your vocal folds. So those are two of the most common ones that I've come across with my clients is asthma inhalers. Sometimes the extreme is it actually causes dysphonia because it impacts the vocal folds so much you actually lose your voice. And one of my clients lost their voice for 2 weeks. It was pretty challenging. So check in with your meds. You can just do a simple Google search. Look for your medication by a couple of different names. You can sometimes find the insert that comes with the meds online. Have a read through the side effects, paying particular attention to anything that dries you out, that might have a voice loss or dysphonia impact on your vocal folds, anything that's relative to your mouth and your throat. If you find that you are affected by it, have a chat with your medical professional. Explain to them that your voice is very important to you. You might be developing your singing voice, or you might be a high voice user already, and that you want to look at alternatives, or could they suggest some use case scenarios where you might be using a spacer, for example, taking your inhaler. They might have some tricks and tips that they can help you to lower any impact on your voice. At the end of the day, you have to listen to your medical professional. If you need this medication to live and improve your quality of life, that's the most important thing. Then secondary, you can look at options to balance out by increasing hydration, by using a spacer, or any of the other tricks and tips that your medical professional can help you with. On the other hand, we want to look at some of the non-prescription medications that you might be using, things like lozenges. Some lozenges have a numbing effect on your voice. They're antiseptic and they numb, which is great because it helps lower the pain, but pain is your body telling you that something's not right. And so you definitely don't want to be using these lozenges and then singing through the pain. So be very mindful. If you have lost your voice and you're using something like a medication to help you get your voice back, be mindful of the fact that you don't want to make the problem a long-term problem. And ideally, you just don't want to sing. That's the ultimate thing. If it hurts, don't do it. That is my only rule for singing. So I want you to have a look at the meds that you're taking. This can include natural medications as well. Be sure that everything is serving your voice from the context or the focus of your voice, but then take a step back and look at the entire body and think about what you need and what works best for you, with just a spotlight in the back of your mind on how these medications or these additions might be impacting your voice.